What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm happy today to be bringing you another game for the channel, Guild of Dungeoneering. So, guys, this is a game that I've played pretty much to completion back in the day. And I was just kind of looking at some of the games that I had installed, and I was like, man, is there anything that I have that I think is like an A+ game? Just a solid, awesome, fun game that maybe not a lot of people out there have seen or played, or maybe they just forgotten about. And Guild of Dungeoneering is one of those games that stood out to me. So, it's a dungeon crawler, it's a card battler, it's got some RPG elements. I can kind of read here from the game creators themselves. It's a turn-based dungeon crawler with a twist. Instead of controlling the hero, you build the dungeon around him using cards drawn from your guild decks. You lay down rooms, monsters, traps, and of course loot. So it's been a hot minute since I had a chance to play, but hopefully I'm not terrible at it. I've got the DLCs, and we're going to go ahead and start a new game. One of the coolest things about this game is its sense of humor and its music. There's an intro song that plays. Sadly, we missed it. We'll hear it, I'm sure, many, many times in the future if you guys want me to keep playing this. But the sense of humor in this game is excellent, and I think the style is also pretty cool too. So without any further ado, let's jump into a new game. Very cute art style. Everything about this is fun.
This is the Guild of Dungeoneering. All across the land they're cheering, oh, to be a Dungeoneer, chasing fame and glory.
Hell yeah. That's how a lot of the story is given to you. So, the Ivory League of Explorers, the noblest, most virtuous guild in the land. Pff, those insufferable jerks. I'll show them. They won't think me so grossly incompetent when I have my own guild. I bought a small hall in the bad part of town with the gold I borrowed from them. I've staked out a dungeon that's ripe for the picking. I've even found a chump who can do all the dirty work while I sit back and watch the coins roll in. Like my father always told me, there's always someone stupider than yourself. Well, he never really said it to me. Actually, he said it to everyone but me. Hey, wait a minute. So, we are an unscrupulous fellow trying to throw together our own heroic guild of dungeoneers. We need to hire some dungeoneers, so let's build a barracks. So it's kind of just showing me how the game works. Go ahead and build our barracks right up front and center. A chump.
The one that's always left behind, the solitary lump, the pawn who's fodder for the grind, the sorry little chump.
So, okay, this is our new hero. His amount of HP and his hero type. So he is a chump. And he's all we have. You can expand your guild to gain new dungeoneers and abilities. But first, try going on an adventure. So it's going to give us a bit of a tutorial, which I don't mind, because like I said, it's been a hot second since I had a chance to play. But once we get rolling, I should be able to stomp this game pretty well. Rats, how original. Quest 1, squeak squeak. Everyone's got to start somewhere. So let's go ahead and enter. We don't have any blessings, we don't have any starting equipment. There's all sorts of stuff you can get in this game, and we're just going to go in bare bones right now. Alright. So the game is going to help us out at first. It's going to put an enemy in our way. It's going to put some gold here for us to get after we defeat the enemy. And our quest here is to defeat 3 monsters. Favor is another thing we can use, but we'll see. So here, this rubber ducky is going to hit us for 1 physical damage, and he's going to take one damage for his trouble. So what we can do is just block, take nothing, and he takes 1. I think we're just going to block again. Same deal. And this turn he's going to do nothing. He got to go first. Killed himself, but nothing we could really do about it. Alright, but we get a chance to get our first choice of loot. So, there's usually downsides and plus for all of this stuff. So, this will give us an attack. The attack is Shift. It's a quick strike attack that also draws us a card. And it goes on our body. There's also the Straight Jacket, which just straight up gives us an extra HP. And then the barrel gives us an extra HP, but it also gives us Stupidity, which is a card that we saw the duck draw. And it's not something we want to draw. Let me see something, guys. I already have the The music and everything's so low. Jesus. Yeah, it sounds super loud to me. Hopefully it's not that loud for you guys. Alright, let's build our own dungeon. It gave me all of the best corridors. So we'll just go ahead and connect. And we'll fight a rat here. We'll block. And we retain our hand. So this means it's an unblockable attack. If successful, enemy discards a card. Luckily all our cards are pretty much the same. Can't be blocked, so we just want to go ahead and attack. And you'll notice we healed after each battle, so let's just go ahead and hit him. And we leveled up. Alright, so we can get an offhand attack. This will give us an offhand weapon. It's a wooden stool. Gives us bash and repel, which are pretty strong. But also, to balance that, we get stupidity. This would go on our head. It gives us magic damage and a heal. And then this wooden board just gives us a triple block. I'm going to go ahead and take the pigeon nest. That's a strong attack. And we're also going to get one favor. You save up favor to have these effects. With one favor, we can draw an extra card. We can burn a card, or we can discard monster's current card. So, that's what you really have to gain there. We want to try and get these gems and gold, because that's stuff that we pick up once we win. So we only need to defeat one more monster. Sadly, I can't really control which way this guy goes. Watch. Let's put this here, and put this here, and see which way he goes. Okay. He's going to go for the more valuable item, which is good. And by doing that, we've kind of manipulated how we're going to travel. And the whole dungeon building becomes much more relevant later. When we have actual goals that we need to get to. So unfortunately, he's not going to go and take the gold pouch this time. We were able to divert him with the gem, but not with the pouch. Okay, we'll block with cower. Kind of wish I had my block now, that way he couldn't make me discard. But I think you guys see how this game plays. Right now it's very simple, but it's going to get much, much more in depth later. Rekindle's a great card. And there's going to be ways to block magic damage.
Well, victory, it being such a fine, fleeting thing, is often not to be found. Who knows what horrors the future may bring? So cherish it while it's around.
So all the gold that we collected, we're going to pick it up and we're going to use it to make our guild better. And we also picked up a battle scar. So we start with armor 1. So let's go ahead and return to our guild. So it incentivizes you to keep playing the same characters and basically until they die. They're going to get stronger and stronger. Let's see if we can expand guild now. So we've got might, magic, and loot. Unlocks cat burglar. Unlocks trickster's favor. Bruiser. So we can unlock different types of characters, which come with different starting decks. Or we can unlock these, I think, are the blessings. Unlocks, and these unlock items for us. So we'll get more variety of better items as we go down eventually to the epic tier loot. But you can see it takes a heck of a lot to unlock those. So mimes, apprentices are pretty good. I'm going to go with the bruiser. They're a pretty straightforward character.
Not a gentle kind of dungeoneer, nor a poet or a muser, but one that fills the heart with fear. I give to you the bruiser.
Hell yeah. Alright, so, you know, a half step above a Chump. A Chump is the lowest tier character. Bruiser's going to be like a tier 1. Chump's like a tier 0.5, right? We can go into Dungeoneers, check out our Dungeoneers. Check out their stats. The Bruiser's going to have better cards, even though our Chump has slightly better stats now, just because he can... Is it a girl, actually? Oh, man, no. He can come in with his scars. Well, let's try and level up our Bruiser here. Defeat the Rat King. So we're going to have a boss to take out. I'm not talking about Theo Von, either. Little King of the Sting reference for you. I gotta support Louisiana. Louisianian comedians any way I can. Alright. Corridor 1 is up. And a shrine was spawned on it. But it's a positive shrine. That doesn't always happen. Heroes' unblockable attacks gain 1 magical damage next fight. Interesting. And for my first fight, I always like to give myself the easiest possible fight. And we've got to get up to the Rat King if we can. Not much we can really do here. It's a pretty terrible piece to give us. We'll just play it. Let's go ahead and we'll start to get a feel for what kind of deck the Basher has. So the Bat does magic damage and heals. Yeah, it overhealed and got an extra life. That sucks. Okay, we're going to have to play our unblockable attack. This Bat might be messing us up. Thankfully we had that, or we would have been in real trouble. The Bat feels like it counters us. Am I going to die to the Bat? Because that's insane. Yeah, I think we're going to die unless he whiffs next turn or we get some sort of block. I can block this. And he doesn't get the heart. And Spiky, our trait, kills him. So, man, I totally forgot about that. Thank goodness, though. Our choices are a newspaper hat. I don't like anything that makes me stupid, though. I like Holy Seal a lot. Scarf is pretty solid. And Woolly Hat, I don't like stupidity. So let's take the Scarf. Let's get that Shrine. And we'll move into the next room. Give ourselves a gem. Let's fill in the blank there. Yeah, I don't like that Bat. That Bat almost got us. So what Spiky does, when you fully block an attack, deal 1 damage. So it incentivizes us to block. So we'll block here, we heal, we get an extra heart, and he loses a heart. So that's kind of where the strategy comes in. Play our weakest card here. Oi. We'll save our unblockable stuff for if he tries to block. I don't know exactly what cards he has. Yeah, we'll block this, not discard. And just like that, there we go. A twig gives us bash, that's pretty solid. Let's take the twig. I would like to get bonus HP for sure. We've got that built. And fighting level 2 guys gives you level 2 gear. But you gotta be careful, because I mean, we could easily die to one of these. We need to level. In turn. We could just put, you know, rats behind us, basically. But we're going forward. Ooh, he's gonna heal up from this. That's a great opener if we have no way to block it. That's unblockable. Come on, give me something I can block. There we go. Okay, are we going to level up to this? Is it 3 fights to make us level once? Ooh, Kappa gives us... This is in our offhand. Pigeon's Nest. Fire Blast is great. And we get 1 favor. Yeah, sadly there's really not much to do here. The game is taking me straight to the Rat King. And now we've got a level 2 fight without having leveled. But these guys are more physical damage dealers than the bats, so they might be just way better of a matchup for us. That was a really good draw. Real close to going down there. And we leveled up for our trouble. So we get a chance to pick up an anchor. I'd rather take this. Slam's pretty good. Just a strictly better version of Twig, I guess. Sure, we'll place another Rat Man down here. Not a great trade. Let's just block this. Man, I had a feeling you would do that. We're winning the race, though, but barely. Alright, the math completely turns in our favor. And this is going to get much, much harder, but our characters are going to get stronger as we unlock new characters and unlock new gear. We get +2 if we have favor, and I do have favor. I like the bonus HP a lot in this game. I think it's probably the best thing you can get. Or we could just take the cooking pot. Those are really strong. And we're missing headgear, so I'll take that. Ski pole, though, I value pretty damn high. Alright, let's go get the rat. He's a leader, so he gets +1 for each surrounding minion, but he's got no minions around him. Unless I gave him a minion. Did I? Let's start with Oi. He might throw up some block next turn. He did not. Oh, this is perfect. Block his, he loses one, he loses another, and then he takes 3. Yeah, that just basically trivialized the entire fight. And so did this. Easy boss, easy life. And then we level up right after.
Hurrah, hurrah, a victory. That was so quick you made it look easy. Another happy tale in our short story, if not a little bit violent, and not for the queasy.
Okay, so we unlocked the trophy room for our guild, and 3 new adventures that we can go into. We picked up a good bit of gold, and we can now start with Growth 1 in our deck as Naturist. Let's return to our guild. So that's kind of how it goes, guys. We could go ahead and take on another dungeon. Perhaps. Let's go ahead and put down a trophy room.
Caught up in all this doom and gloom of all the places you've wrecked, it's nice to have a big trophy room. A place to quietly reflect.
So as we kill bosses, this place is going to get huge. There's going to be trophies all over it. You'll be able to scroll to the left and the right. And you'll be able to see all the different bosses of the past that you've beaten. Let's go ahead and expand our guild again. And we can get another character so we can try and test out. Let's get an apprentice maybe. So we can try some of the magic. And I think we'll do this next time, guys.
A practical student who's always prudent, yet very pretentious and conscientious. Another nuisance for our amusement. I give to you an apprentice.
Well done rhyming all these ridiculous words. What else can we get? I would love to unlock some extra tier 1 items. Or get ourselves a You know what? Let's get ourselves one of these. The Warrior Spirit. +1 to first physical damage in battle for first 2 fights. That helps you. So there are a lot of times where it's hard to get the ball rolling in your fights, and it's our first blessing. So you can win those 2 first fights easily, and then you start to be able to snowball in the dungeon from there. But you can very easily lose some difficult dungeons in the first few battles just because of some bad rolls, and you have to start all over again. So that just kind of takes care of it for you.
What's this? There's more, a whole world to explore. Why, there's gold to be found and treasure in store. But what's the point? You're all hit and miss. It's so plain to see. You're not cut out for this.
Ugh, if I never hear another story about clearing out rats, it won't be too soon. My employees, /out minions, did return with some interesting rumors from the Rat King, though. There was mention of a magic orb, an orb of noisiness. It's exactly the kind of thing I could use to keep an eye on the Ivory League. I'll need all the help I can get if I'm going to take them down a peg. The rumors point to more dungeons out in the grasslands. I'll search there first. Ha! What am I saying? I'm not stepping foot in the place. That's what I have chumps for. And if they don't want to do it, there's plenty more who are eager to join a guild. I've also decided that from now on we'll be known as the Guild of Dungeoneering. Either that, or the Guild of the Ivory League of Explorers is stupid. Can't decide which will look better on our letterhead. As it unlocks all the new areas. Once again, this overworld map is enormous. These are all their own individual dungeons. They're multi-tiered, just like the Rat King was. Some of them are 2-3 tiers, and they take quite a long time, and they all have their own cool boss. But when we come back next time, guys, we'll take on one of these other dungeons. We might make it a twofer. Might make this go a little bit longer, depending on how many of you out there like this as a particular series that we might do. If you enjoy it, all you gotta do is let me know. If you're interested in the game, yeah, just let me know. I'd be happy to make series out of just about anything, but this is a great game. It's a gem. As far as I'm concerned, it's an A+ game, and it's very cheap on Steam. It goes on sale quite often for like dollars. And I don't know how many hours I got out of it. 30 hours in a fun card game with a good sense of humor. Like, that's just a good time. So, without any further ado, y'all, I'm Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming, and as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Take care, y'all.